Hey everybody, NeverEnuffAmmo here. Going to be doing a review on the Bersa Thunder 380 concealed carry model. Just want to go over a couple quick things here as far as your application, what you're going to be using this for. This is essentially manufactured to be a concealed carry handgun. I can see it being used also if, you know, possibly home defense. You keep it somewhere in your house, maybe close to the bed, it would work. Possibly a vehicle gun, something to keep under the seat. This isn't a range gun. This isn't something I would take to the range, and as we go through the details on it, you'll kind of figure out why. This is essentially as most Bersa Thunder 380s are, a Walther PPK clone. Now this one's obviously a little different. The concealed carry model has some changes to it that make it a little different than the regular Thunder 380. But essentially it is a PPK clone. Now this particular pistol is a double action blowback operated pistol. Essentially, as far as double action goes, well, I'll show you here. The gun is unloaded magazine, and nothing in there, no brass. Okay. Double action means, essentially, for anyone who doesn't know, that you can use your first round, you can put a round in the chamber, and with your first trigger pull you get a long, smooth trigger pull that pulls the hammer back, and then when you get to the end of the trigger pull, releases it forward. Now, once you've done that once, it goes into single action mode, and you get a nice light trigger pull. Okay. Size on this gun, we're looking at right at about 6 inches long, about a little over 4 inches high, I think it was 4.1 inches high. It's right at about 1 inch wide, and it's got about a 5.5 inch slide. This pistol weighs right at about 19.5 ounces. I believe it's like 19.6, 19.7 empty. Obviously, Thunder 380. It's a 380 caliber pistol, which is essentially a small 9mm, 9mm without as much punch. And for anybody who has 380s, you know, right now we're having a hell of a time trying to find 380s. Mostly I order mine online, except for a few times I've gotten lucky walking into you know, Walmart or Academy or something like that, happen to see someone on the shelf, I'll pick it up. So for anybody looking to buy one, you might want to take that into consideration depending on what you're going to use it for. The ammo is not the easiest to find, and when you do find it, it can be expensive. This particular pistol has a 8-round magazine. Okay, so you've got 8 plus 1 in the chamber, so it will hold 9 rounds total. As far as the magazines on these, if you're going to buy a second one like I've got here, the pistol itself only comes with 1 magazine out of the box. If you're going to get a second one, get it from Bersa. I have had a lot of problems with a friend of mine's gun, and heard a lot of different people complaining that aftermarket parts for Bersa pistols, which is pretty much just magazines, not a lot of aftermarket parts manufactured for these yet, do not work, and you get a lot of failure to feeds and things like that with their aftermarket magazines. So if you're going to get a magazine, get it from Bersa. The ergonomics, I guess, of this is pretty good. I mean, it's a good feeling pistol. It's a smaller pistol, and as you can see here, my pinky doesn't quite all make it on there, but it feels good in the hand. Unlike the other models, it does have finger grooves here. The plastic grips on it, you know, even though they look kind of cheap, they actually feel pretty good, and you get a good grip on it. They're not slippery or anything. On this particular model, well, and on all of the Bersa Thunder 380s, your magazine release is located up here at the behind and above the trigger, whereas most other pistols, I'm sure you're used to them being down here behind and below the trigger. But it works real good. I mean, when you've got it in your hand, your thumb easily can make it to right there, just as easily as it can make it down here, and it works really well. Slide release, this is actually a slide release. I actually called Bersa and asked them about this. A lot of these nowadays, if you read the manuals, they call them slide stops. Not a lot of companies are making them as slide releases anymore. Bersa actually says you can use this to release the slide forward. A lot of companies don't like you doing that with their pistols anymore, and so they've changed the name of this and called it a slide stop. I'm assuming for wear on the pistol, they don't want you releasing the slide that way. But this one, Bersa says you can do it, so hey. The gun does have a slight little beaver tail here, which I like. Don't really need it on this pistol, because as you can see, the slide itself is pretty high up. I mean, it's a good ½ inch above my hand. So I'm not worried about getting bit by the slide. It does have 3-dot sights, which as you can see are very, very low profile. They can be seen, but they're not the quickest to acquire. I mean, you can see here how much they actually stick up. It's not that much at all. It does have a decocker here, okay, and we'll show you that. It does have a decocker here, so if you want to carry one in the chamber, put one in, do your decocker, and then your first shot's going to be double action. This particular gun has a key lock on it. I'm not real familiar with the rest of the Bersa Thunders. I don't know if they come with it too, but it does come with a little key, and you can lock up the pistol so that it can't be fired. Trigger pull on this thing in double action is right at about 8 pounds. Real smooth, real good feeling double action trigger. In single action, right at about 4 pounds. And it feels nice. Disassembly on this, if you know anything about Walthers, I'm not going to go through this right now, but essentially all you're going to do is flop that lever down, pull the slide back, pull it up, and then release it off the front. It's pretty simple. Simple blowback operation as far as the pistol goes. I mean, so your mainspring's right over the barrel, and you know, it's really easy to take apart and put back together. Accessories on this thing, not really anything. I've searched around and have not been able to find hardly anybody that makes accessories other than magazines for these guns. I know some of the larger models that are not the concealed carry model, you can swap out sights and things like that on it. But not a lot of people make accessories for these guns. Now hopefully that will change, because Bersa's been selling a lot of these over the last couple years with this big growth in the 380 market. You know, so who knows, they'll probably start making some more stuff for them. Durability, I mean, it's, you know, it's a good little gun. I mean, this thing's been around for not this particular model, not the concealed carry, but the Bersa Thunder's been around for about 15 years, I believe. And you know, they're good little guns. I haven't heard anybody complain about them. It's aluminum alloy frame, so it's pretty light. You know, got a steel slide, pretty durable. I haven't put a whole lot of punishment on this one, but it, you know, I haven't been good to it by any means. I haven't you know, gone out of my way to keep it in good shape. Reliability wise, like I said, I haven't put a whole lot of use in this one. I've got about 500 rounds in it. Have not had a single failure to feed, failure to extract, anything on this gun. So far I'm happy with it, and then I would trust it to carry. And you know, I have. It does come with a lifetime warranty. I have not had to deal with Bersa in anything on the, you know, as far as it, so I don't know what their customer service is like or anything. But you know, it does have a lifetime warranty. So I'm assuming, just like Smith & Wesson or Taurus or, you know, a lot of these other companies, that you know, they'll take care of whatever's the problem with it. You know, see about customer service. If I ever come up with a problem, I'll update y'all on that. But the model history, as far as this particular gun goes, I mean, this gun's been around since 1995. They are made in Argentina. The company itself, Bersa, has been around since the 1950s, and they have an excellent reputation. I've heard a lot of people give these little guns grief, but I've yet to find somebody that actually owned one give it grief. Heard a lot of people complain about them just because they call them cheap little pistols, you know, cheap little foreign-made pistols. But I mean, I got to tell you, I don't see a problem with this thing at all. It's been great. You know, as far as the look, they're smooth little looking pistols. I mean, you know, essentially Walther PPK. I mean, I believe that's James Bond's gun. So, you know, you got a smooth looking little pistol, and you know, overall, I mean, this gun cost me $250 brand new. So, value wise, I got no problems. Even if I'm paying more for ammo, it's a good little gun. So, like I said, overall value, excellent. Anyway, that's about it. I'm going to get out of here. I'm about to run out of time. So thanks for watching. I'll have some more videos up soon.